So as a business consultant, I end up getting asked a lot of the same questions over and over and over and over. So instead of constantly typing out the same email or copy and pasting the same Word doc, what we decided to do is create a series of videos to answer the most common questions that we get from our clients and possibly share them with other business owners who may not even have thought to ask these questions yet, but will most certainly ask them at some point in the future. So we've decided to get on our white leather couch here in the office and put together a series. Hope you enjoy them. This is From the White Couch. So intermingling of funds is something we see quite often when we take on a new client. And by intermingling, I mean using personal money to pay business bills or using business money to pay personal bills. And it's one of the first things that we try to stop when we get involved in working with a client from a financial perspective or from an accounting perspective. Number one, you set up a company for a reason, right? The first thing most people do is when they decide I want to own my own company is they'll go and they'll set up an LLC or a corporation and get their business name and get their papers filed, and now I have a company, now I'm a business owner. Well, the whole point in doing that is to separate yourself from the business. So now there's a difference between John Smith and Smith Consulting. There's two separate entities as far as the IRS is concerned, two separate entities as far as the legal world is concerned. Now, even if there's not two separate entities as far as the IRS is concerned, the bigger one is the legal world. What you don't want to have happen is an angry client sues Smith Consulting, and by suing Smith Consulting then is able to go after everything that John Smith personally owns. Again, that's the whole point of owning a business, to separate those two things. However, when you start mixing money using your business to pay your personal bills or paying personal bills through your business, paying business bills through your personal accounts, you're commingling funds, and it's called piercing the corporate veil, which is a term that means you're basically using your company as your own piggy bank, or vice versa, using your funds as your company's piggy bank, and eliminating that protection that you would have had from keeping the two things separate. So if you were to ever get involved in a lawsuit, there's a process called discovery, and in discovery they would pull all of your financial records and they would say, oh, okay, well, John's paying his rent for his apartment through his consulting firm. Well, in that case, there really is no difference between John Smith and Smith Consulting, so therefore anything that John Smith owns personally is fair game in this lawsuit. So other than being just bad business because it's really difficult to know exactly what your company is doing if you're running your own personal things through there, it's also very dangerous from a legal perspective. Now, obviously, I have to preface all this by saying I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving legal advice. I'm saying that it's just a bad idea. So what we normally will do is set it up to where the business owner, within the rules of the IRS, will take enough money out of the company to pay the bills, his or her bills personally, and completely separate those two things. So the business runs its thing and pays its bills, and it either pays a salary or through salary and distributions to the business owners. They are able to pay their bills, and everything is kept separate. And if there is ever a time where money is moving back and forth between the owner and the business, it's documented properly as either a loan or a contribution or a distribution, and so there's no issues of that commingling of funds. So you're protecting the whole point that you set up a business for in the first place, which is to keep yourself separate and protected in case of any liability. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions that you would like to have answered on a future segment of From the White Couch, hit us up on Twitter or on our website. On Twitter, use the hashtag AskCap3 or From the White Couch. You can hit us up on Facebook as well, or even Snapchat us once our Snapchat is up and running. Thank you.